What's up, everybody? I want to talk about the Batman new animated series, the Batman Caped Crusader, which is now available on Amazon Prime. Um, there's 10 episodes, and I gotta say, this is a different take entirely on Batman as far as comparing it to the original 1990s series. Um, this series seems like it's sort of a prequel or like an origin story um, to the 90s series. However, they did make some changes, and I'm going to talk about those changes. And there will be some spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil the series for you if you haven't seen the series. But they made a lot of changes, and I've seen a lot of people talk about the Batman Cape Crusader being a disappointment, saying that it was woke, and because they did make a lot of changes. Some of those changes I don't mind. Some of those changes, in my opinion, they didn't have to do. And I understand how these new shows, and not just animated shows, movies, TV shows, even commercials, they're making certain changes that kind of like is starting to be a little redundant now. It's happening too much. Gender swapping is happening too much. Your sexual orientation, they put that out there. That's happening too much. And a lot of other things, but again, I don't mind gender swapping. I don't mind, putting whatever your sexual orientation is. All of that is fine, but make a good show. Don't make these changes and the show is bad. You don't do that. If you're going to make these changes, make the show good. If you're going to gender swap, make the character good. If you're going to race swap, change the character's ethnicity from what he originally was written as, make the character good. Okay. In the Robert Pattinson Batman, Commissioner Gordon was African American. A lot of people was upset about it. I wasn't upset about it, but I didn't want Commissioner Gordon to be African American. He should be what he is, what he originally is. But, however, Commissioner Gordon in the Robert Pattinson was really good. I thought he was great as Commissioner Gordon. But if you go back to, like, let's say the Daredevil, where they race swapped with Kingpin, that was horrible. That was horrible. Okay. Here in the Batman Cape Crusader, they did a lot of changes. Okay. Now, there's 10 episodes. And I will honestly say, out of the 10 episodes, I will say I liked 7 of the 10 episodes. Okay. I liked 7 of the 10 episodes. I really, really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. And I really, really, really enjoyed the last 5 episodes. And I did. I honestly did. Now, there is a little bit of spoiler here. Although I did like the last 3 episodes, I should say. I enjoyed them a lot. I didn't like Two-Face, and I'll get to that. But so they made some changes in this show, and we didn't need it. Okay, they made Penguin a female. Okay, Penguin is a female. Now, I will say that is a good episode, but the Penguin, female Penguin, wasn't that good. Not only wasn't that good, she had two sons that like she had two sons that they weren't important at all. She's like a wrecking machine. She's like she doesn't care about anything, and she has this, she has her penguin gadgets, just like the 60s episodes, just like the 90s episodes. She has her penguin gadgets, but then she has two sons that she doesn't care about. That she has no problem murdering at all. Like it was a good episode, but I enjoyed the episode, but we didn't need it. We didn't need a female penguin, and we certainly didn't need her two sons because they were absolutely pointless. Okay, they were pointless. Okay, and like I said, there is no need for a female penguin. They just didn't need that. Okay. Barbara Gordon and Commissioner Gordon is African American. Okay. Again, we don't need a race swap, but in my opinion, at least they were good characters. They were good characters, minus a few things that I didn't like. Okay. So this is based in the 40s, so obviously there's no computers, and Barbara Gordon is, she's a computer genius, right? She's really good with computers. So there isn't any computers in the 40s. But so they made her a lawyer, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is she's way over the top as being a tough, bad A, right? She is a bad A, right? Dollar sign, dollar sign. Okay. I don't like that. She didn't have to be that. Not only is she a bad A, she's everywhere. She's like super involved with all these different high crimes that's going on. And you're just a lawyer. You're not a detective. You're not a police officer. You're just a lawyer. She's basically a public defender. Okay. Commissioner Gordon, I like a lot. I think the voice acting was great. I think his character was great. But I feel like he's just a little bit naive to what's going on. Like, I don't know. It just good voice acting. I enjoyed him, but he wasn't like the Commissioner Gordon from the 90s. Like, to me, the 90s Commissioner Gordon is the best Commissioner Gordon in any Batman project. I think he's the best. And to me, this Commissioner Gordon failed to be that version of a Commissioner Gordon. But he was a good character. Like, he was still a good character, good voice acting. But he just wasn't a good character. And I don't think they call him Commissioner Gordon. I think they just call him Gordon on the show. I can't remember. But they only call him Gordon. But Barbara is like way more like active in like she's a fighter. She's tough. But how everyone is involved with each other is like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Now, when we get to Harley Quinn, okay, this is what I don't like. Okay, for one, I don't like that they took away her signature voice. Okay, now I believe is an Asian actress playing Harley Quinn's voice, and I like her. I think her name is Jamie Chung. Jamie Chung. is the voice actor. I just looked it up. And great actress. Great actress. Really good actress. Not a good Harley Quinn. I thought I don't like that they changed her voice where she's just speaking regular. Okay, that for one, I don't like that. Number two, I don't like the fact that it seems like she just hated men. I mean, she hated men. I don't know what else to say. She is a doctor. Let's see, she's a psychiatrist by daytime, and then she's holding men, with psychiatric issues. Uh, she's holding them hostage, but by night in these different type of jail cells that are different. Each one is different, and it's just like she just hates men, and she's also, I guess she's a lesbian in this, which again, I have no problem with her being a lesbian, but where is the Harley Quinn that likes men, that flirts with men, flirts with Batman, flirts with men to get what she wants? The Harley Quinn that's going to one day be a sidekick with her pudding, Joker. That's her pudding. You could tell that in this particular series, there isn't going to be that version of Harley Quinn, and probably won't be a duo with her and the Joker. Okay. I thought of even with the gender swapping that I didn't like with the Penguin. I felt like the Penguin, the better character than Harley Quinn. Way better character than Harley Quinn. And there is another detective I forgot to mention. There's a detective, a female detective, who I guess she has a thing for Harley Quinn. Her character is just completely useless. Let me just say that. I have no idea why she was written in here. I guess they needed to fill in the quotas, fill in the gaps, for the genders or whatever, but useless character. She's basically like a sidekick to Commissioner Gordon. Useless character. Didn't need her at all. Didn't need her at all. Okay. Now, Clayface episode was really good. I think they executed this well. Not better than the old one in the 90s. Not at all. I thought the old one was great, but this one was great. The story was good. It had an old feeling to it. It had the old style movie thriller to it. Listen, this Batman, speaking of thriller, this Batman series, Batman really is a detective in this. He really is. Also, there isn't that much action with Batman. There isn't that much action. But when you do see action with Batman, it's really good. I think the voice acting with Batman is pretty good. A lot of these episodes are like thriller episodes. So that's what makes this Batman series intriguing. It's what makes it worth watching, that he is actually being a detective. He is actually being Batman. He, just like the 90s series, he has a different voice for Bruce Wayne, because we know that, and he has a different voice with Batman because we know that the man behind the mask is really Batman. That's, right? Bruce Wayne is the alter ego that he's really Batman. He's all of that. But there isn't that much Batman in each episode. They don't show him a lot. I don't like his relationship with Pennyworth. Okay, throughout the episode he is called Pennyworth. It's like I said, you can see the relationship they have where Pennyworth really loves Batman, really is supportive of what he's doing. But this Batman is just really rude, really mean to Pennyworth up until the very end where Pennyworth almost dies, and Batman realizes he cannot be Batman without Pennyworth. And in the very end, he says, thank you or whatever, Pitt. And then he says, thank you, Alfred. And so that's the beginning of him now calling him Alfred instead of Pennyworth. Because, now it's like he realizes he's more than just his butler. Like he's his right-hand man, he's his father figure, and so on and so on. So that I do like about it, about that, how they built that up. But I didn't like throughout the episode just how rude he was. But I didn't know that it was gonna build up to that. And that was great. Two-Face, not a good Two-Face, especially compared to the '90s series. Not a good Two-Face. First of all, throughout the series, Harvey Dent was rude. He was horrible. He was a bad district attorney. He was dealing with the mob. By the time they burnt his face up, it's like you don't care about him. He's not like the Christian Bale one where you felt bad that they burnt him because he was a really good district attorney. He's really trying to take down the mob. This district attorney wasn't trying to do that. He was horrible. So it's like, okay, you burnt his face. It's like, you don't care. And then they burnt his face, and all of a sudden he has a few outbursts here and there, but he just wasn't Two-Face that we know. Like he was basically just a guy with a burnt face with a bad attitude that didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Like another useless character. Even though I still enjoyed, now here's the irony to the situation. I still enjoyed those episodes, but horrible Two-Face. Horrible Two-Face. There's a lot of Easter eggs in here. There's a few characters that I don't want to spoil that will show up. Characters that I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever seen before or heard of maybe. But I don't want to spoil it, but those were good episodes. Catwoman is in here. Whatever. I don't have much to say about the Catwoman. That was whatever. One of the episodes that I did like. Now, to the end, of course, everyone wants to know, is there a Joker in here? Is there a Joker? Well, at the very end, they showed laughing faces with 3 people that was kidnapped. And then they showed the Joker's face. And that's how the series, and then the series ended with, I believe, with the whole Batman and Alfred situation. With that being said, 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not really sure about who voted the 100% Rotten Tomatoes, because now I'm starting to think this got 100% Rotten Tomatoes. Borderlands got 0% Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care or know anything about Borderlands, but I'm pretty sure 0% is doing you're overdoing it. Just like giving 100% to, in my opinion, 100% to the Batman Cape Crusader. Did Amazon pay Rotten Tomatoes to make this, tally up this score, this 100% score? I don't know. But in my opinion, this wasn't 100% Rotten Tomatoes. If I'm scoring it a number from 1 to 10, I would say I would give it a 6 out of 10. I don't think this is nowhere near better than the 90s. The voice actor, he's good, nowhere near better than Kevin Conroy. The characters that are in here compared to the characters from the old 90s series, not as good at all. Is Batman a detective in here? He's like I said, he's a good detective, and he does some really cool things. But it's a 6 out of 10. It's watchable. I enjoyed it, but it is not the best Batman series to come out. Not at all. Thank you for listening.